What's up, Go enthusiasts? Today I am just gonna play a game. I'm playing games at 8 Dan recently, trying to rank myself back up to 9 Dan. I did, of course, D-rank a while ago, and I actually D-ranked again to 7 Dan somehow. Excuse me. I wasn't playing very well around the time of pro calls at all, and these days I feel like I feel like I'm playing much better. In general, I'm on a basically, I'm on a big win streak, except for the time I played a pro, and yeah, I streamed that game, which is a big loss. But other than that, I've won like the last 10 games I played or something like that. So I feel like I'm playing really well, and I want to share how that's happening. Hopefully, this keeps up today. I'm playing against a 1-0 8 Dan, which is really scary. This is often a botter or an X9 Dan. In this case, it's an X9 Dan who dropped a 7 Dan and is ringing his way back up just like me. So, okay, we're going to have a tough opponent, but can definitely win. I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for a pretty aggressive high move here. I'm thinking that he can kick into the corner, and then actually I think that this high move is good because it can allow me to push here later and can allow me to block as well pretty comfortably to the left side. Basically, when you have this kind of wall, you really don't want to become over concentrated. So I'm like going as far as under concentrated as possible. And of course, I'm dreaming of sliding here. I think that would be really powerful. Interesting move. The attach here aims to over concentrate my bottom left, and then to gain initiative against this group. So he's thinking like maybe he can lean against this, and then lean against this, and then make an attack. I think that just Haneing on top must be natural. And then, yeah, he had several options, so I wanted to see, and he chooses to Hane. I have several options now, of course. I'm actually very, very tempted to play triple Hane. It looks like it leaves black in a sort of conundrum where to go. I can't see anything that looks extraordinary for them. So I'm just going to do it and see what happens, basically. It was also possible to Atari here, of course, and then to do many different things after that. Wow, it's not okay, right? Let me capture this as not good shape. Yeah. Some people are thinking that this is viable, but it's not. I don't think so. So now, of course, the reason why black accepted this is he said, like, well, the shape is bad, but look at the amount of area for white is too small. But he can't like chase this stone back. I can just save that stone. So that's the reason why I think that this is unacceptable for black. And then the question is, given that he can't chase that stone back, like, am I supposed to mess with it? Probably not, right? I could go in and save here and then look for some aggressive idea, but he has these push through ideas. It's pretty rare. Like, if I save here, I don't think I would really be able to Hane. He could just Tanuki. I'm thinking that this move is actually quite strong. But if he blocks here and I Hane and this and then cut, he can just like eat it so cleanly. It's kind of frustrating. I think maybe just push here is right, actually, because it makes it so that this cut is so strong. Yeah, for some reason I didn't think of push here, but it looks like it's obviously better than the other options. The reason I didn't think of push here is because it's close to this, and you naturally want to put your strength over on this side. But if you like descend, which occurred to me as well, descend may have been good as well. The problem with descend is that he has some moves to give me Shores of Liberty issues. Like, for example, after descend, he could do this, and when I try to link up, he can push here first and give me a big issue and take away all the territory. So here comes some kind of defense. Otherwise, there would be a very powerful Hane due to the Shores of Liberty. Of course, you need some kind of defense. But this may already be enough, because he doesn't have a very strong fall-off move after this. Nothing that looks amazing, so I can play again here, but honestly, I don't really need to stop him from getting power in this area. It's too small. So I'm thinking it's more like I should slide or take a base, or just 3-3 invade. And I could play over here, but honestly, it looks like 3-3 invasion is the right way to do this. Next, the pincer on the bottom is going to be really annoying. I often tend to just like take a base with this group these days, because I find it like way easier to play that kind of position where you have the base and you just don't defend it and you just relax. And it's like once they pincer here, then they can start taking real territory and you just don't know where to play. At least that's my experience. Even if you run out, it's like this area can be still valuable. So I could go here, and I could go here, but I think that it's easiest to just do this, have the power, and then go invade and reduce this stuff later with the power. So we'll just accept that. Normally we should accept it like this. It looks good in this case because it prevents some invasion. Obviously, black is thinking that they can expand the right side here very nicely. But since I'm so strong, now I have some invasion ideas that can be really effective if they work out well. And of course I don't have to go for them either. I can just wait. But I think I can do it. I think it seems fun. I don't think that my tasks over here are very difficult. Like obviously he's going to try to rely on my weakness right now in the corner to get as much attacking potential on this as he can. But maybe turn here first. Then he could squeeze like that, but it would be bad. So yeah, this turn looks like it's the right choice. And maybe he will play this diagonal move in order to make this strongest pressure. Ah, he does this one, thinking that this is the strongest pressure. Interesting. I read a variation just now where I pushed in here, and I don't think it's very comfortable when he plays this triple hane. I will just hane, allow this, and it seems like I will be sacrificing this one stone and just taking outside benefit. Wow, this exchange now? Really? Honestly, when they've already exchanged this, it's not relevant, right? Like, even if he follows up by playing here and killing that, then I'm going to be fine if I can play to split through this. I think that was a very poor timing. This corner is not that useful. A very greedy timing, really, is what I mean to say. If it worked, it would have been nice, but... And this is way too solid. He should try to capture it like that. Now, I can hane, or I can push here, or I can jump here. I think I will just hane here. There's no reason to try to enclose and prevent it attacking this, because I can't seriously attack this part, right? So he can go ahead and save that if he wants, but I'm going to be much more comfortable to take the right side and to save this as well. I actually don't need to take the right side since I'm so out. It's actually more powerful looking that he would invade here and start attacking both of these. So I think it's better that I start somewhere like knight's move. I guess I could extend like this and try to pretend I'm keeping pressure on that, but yeah, I actually don't care to keep that much pressure. I'm just going to push and play from the outside for it. I don't want to seriously attack this. I just want to have its use from the outside. So slow. This move, really? I mean, obviously when white plays here, there could be some weaknesses, but I can't believe he actually did it and fixed that It's just it's not in my book of legal moves. Like, it's not in my dictionary to be able to fix that kind of thing and just pass your turn. I will definitely just take a base with this group. I was expecting this Hane. That would have definitely been better for black. It seems like white should be winning because black has just some little territories and white has that territory, this territory, and I mean, so much control, right? So I'm just gonna approach from this side and start to claim control over here. Obviously, since I'm so strong here, this push means nothing. Yeah, there's many different options I can do now. I guess I can just like Hane Tiger over here, pass my turn to thicken this a bit, and then I can maybe I'll play this and jump. Yeah, honestly, I think I should just start with a very patient methodology here. Here and jump first. And we're just baiting him to come out this way and put more pressure on this, which would be completely irrelevant. And otherwise, I do have a block here, but it isn't really that relevant. So I expect him to be playing a meaningful move to reduce or invade my bottom side now. But instead he chooses that, which is not correct, I don't think. So I can now just spend a random move over here and be very satisfied. Obviously, when he goes here, he can capture my 3 stones, but it's not going to be very big at all. Yeah, I think just like jumping here already like cleans up the whole bottom side and obviously expands it. So it looks like it's the right kind of area to me. I was expecting this peep, but I don't think it's very serious. I can actually play outside now. He would then Hane. Then it's a little tricky. Probably better to just connect. After push here, Hane, then I would have to do this and cut. And he could cut like this. And it wouldn't be very obvious what's going on. And he would have some resource here. I think that just connecting is totally fine in this case. And if he does this, I was saying to myself, like, I can just easily surround it. So how can he dare? We'll see. It's obviously he's thinking that he can save it. Maybe he's gonna aim at this triple Hane. Yeah, makes sense actually. Now when I capture this 1 stone, he can Hane here, and if I cut, then he can Atari, and capture me. That's what he's aiming at. But I can Atari here and save this side instead. And then what that would do is it would let him go this way, but it would still be totally acceptable. And I would not answer to that to this Atari anymore, so I could fix that, fix this. I believe it's going to be okay. And in fact, I can not answer to this cut. I can answer to that cut on the outside as well. And just allow that to save itself separately too. So that's also going to be okay. I think that black is in big trouble. Yes, he's going to try to save this group locally, it seems. I can play here, actually, and then that would force him to really do it. And fix my cut to some extent. That looks good to me. Interesting. To play here first means I can Hane, and then he can do that. And then when I push and do this first, he'll have that later, but yeah, I think I should Hane. Alright, so we're gonna go and directly steal away the corner. In Ko, of course. But this Ko is somewhat risky for black to ever start. We can Atari here while it's meaningful. Yeah, we should do that, I think. And then we're gonna play this R12 move if he answers, which I imagine he will. Obviously, this black group is now getting attacked. And we can accept this. We can also choose not to accept it, but accepting it looks so natural. The problem with accepting it is that when he plays here, then I have this really awkward moment. Interesting. Actually, interesting position. I think I may have to play on the top of it. Quite unintuitive to me. I don't think that playing on the top of it is obviously good. But I was thinking that this is not working, that I can just play on the outside again. Push or diagonal. Probably diagonal is right at the right choice here. And I was thinking that he cannot do anything on the right side, which seems to be true. Seems like he is trying to make eyes, so I will not allow him to make these two eyes very easily. Now, when he cuts, he would be threatening this. So I'm tempted to bamboo and then surround. I wonder whether there's a better method, like if connecting here could ever be better. Because after this and cut, I mean, I'm gonna be fine. Okay, so he's trying to make eye shape at the same time as he threatens his running direction. I believe I should go here, just churn. And the shape, it remains really, really awkward for black here. So now I can answer on the outside like this. Interesting. So this is trying to take his eye on the right side and then claim life, I guess. But I can play here, and it's very obviously not alive. So I wonder what the point will be. I will play this one. So this threatens the cut and also makes it so that he has no eye. So I'm pretty sure the game is over. it appears that black is just cleanly dead. Good game. That was fun. So this is how I'm winning my games recently. I do tend to just get territory advantages. They fight against the territory advantages. I get initiative advantages, and then I win. It's a very clean game and extends my win streak. I'm very happy about this one. Happy I recorded it for you guys. And let me show you a review so I can show you what I think I did well, and then we can ask the AI and see what I did horribly. Let's take a look. Let's transition to Katago. Alright, let's review the game. So I played white in this one. My opponent had black. We started off playing like this. Ever since I watched a couple of Insyang's videos where he played against the 9p, and he was saying how the 9p always two-space jumps, he just hates being pincered. I now always two-space jump. I used to think it's too passive, like I should be more fighting, I should make sure that my group gets weak so I learn how to handle my weak group, but if the 9p says that's just bad, then that's just bad. I do it this way. I make the game easy for myself. Anyway, after that, this approach started this fight. This was quite an interesting fight, actually. If black had done the proper move, which I think is the connect here, then I was not sure what I was going to do next. I was planning this from afar, and I was thinking like here I could cut, which is a pretty crazy, interesting way to play the game. But also black wouldn't have to Hane at that time. He could immediately start with Hane here, and then to just save it underneath. And then obviously going for a Hane now would be much more effective if I go in underneath. So I was thinking it could be a variation like this, and it actually feels somewhat good for black. I'm not sure. Apparently white is fine. And so anyway, I was thinking of also also playing like this, which is more aggressive for sure, trying to actually surround this black, but allows black these things, and most particularly this thing, which I was having a lot of fun reading this in the game. I was trying to figure out like, okay, what exactly is happening? Can I save these stones? Can I not save these stones? How is it going to work? It looks like I cannot save these stones when I look at them, when I look at it in this way. So it turns out that would not work. I would have to play just the connect, I think. Let's see. I'm curious. So here, oh, I should ask the score. It says black by 1 at this point because I cannot save the stones. I have to just play like this. And yeah, this is clearly good for black. So presumably I should connect there. Yeah. Anyway, in the game he did this. I think that's illegal. I think that this way white is clearly better. White has so solid territory with that left side. And black's just, the movement on the upper left is super, super unclean. So I just pushed here. This is super unintuitive to me, actually, to play that push rather than to play one of the moves that's closer to my one stone. But this one, it turns out it's actually tighter to his liberties. So after this, I think black had planned on Tanukiing, and then after this, he probably read. He was like, well, if I do Tanuki, then there's a sequence that goes like this, where I can capture the 3 stones, and that's the least of it. So this cut is a serious thing for black that black has to worry about now, and that's why I think that he defended here, even though this shape is very small, and it's clear that white is doing well. So I got to invade the 3-3. I have a territory advantage. I just tried to play with my territory advantage nice and stable. And then, yeah, with my power that I had, I decided to go in. Honestly, this is not good. I should have been a little more patient here. There are several ways to be patient, aren't there? There's like, I could just turn here. When you turn here, then if black accepts, then you can get this like bad shape for black. So black will probably do it this way. And I could immediately make something of it like this, and even using that. Like maybe, I'm actually very curious what I'm supposed to do if it goes like this. I can Atari and do this one, even accepting that, so this makes the shape in the corner better, but it accepts a bad shape on the top side, and you just say, whatever, I can go ahead and fight. Pretty interesting way to play. Apparently the best way is to start with this one, and then you can use all those if you want, and you don't even have to. But you start with this one and it fixes your shape there. I hadn't ever thought about that, but I guess after you extend here, then fixing the shape with this is really nice if black should respond, and he should respond when he has to take the territory control. So this actually makes a good shape locally. That's a nice technique to learn. But let's stop asking AI. I want to try to review my game by myself first. Anyway, I knew that this is bad. In the game when I saw this variation. If it goes like this here and he cuts, this is what I was going to do, but black clearly secures the the right side. All I was gonna do from now was play some move to sort of probably I would play Atari or something. Yeah, probably I want to play Atari in this one. This is what comes to mind for me. And I'd be hoping that later on, this would be meaningful. Like, somehow I can use this Aji to manage to make some capture race and manage to do something. But it would be really difficult to actually execute on. So very fortunately for me, he did this, and I got the timing to go over here. I think that was really good for white. It made the game way easier. And he took the power, and I took the territory. I think this move is awful for black. I think that made the game extremely difficult from now, because any time, like, as the game continues, you just look back and you see black has c13, and you're like, oh man, it's not useful. And that's what happens when you play moves, right? You put moves down, and then you have to make them feel good about, like, you have to feel good about them for the rest of the game. And I feel good about all my moves in this game because I managed to make them work in the way that I did on the right side. And all my moves on the bottom side, they all look at... The territory moves can make sense. They can be valuable as long as it's big territory and you look back and you're like proud of it. But that obviously is way too small in the upper left. Very little area per stone. And I asked for much more area per stone on the bottom side. This is the kind of thing you can be happy with. So he decided to go in and try to break it. And yeah, that's gonna give me initiative now. I was thinking actually at this moment that this move should be slightly better, but I wasn't sure exactly why. And now that I think about it, the peeps are really easy, obvious ways for black to like try to make something happen. So you should put knight's moves instead, like this, where black has like a less easy reduction direction. Like, it really surprised me how easily black could do this and then say that he got out if he had said that. He didn't say that, but he could have said, I'm getting out now, I'm going to be totally fine. Instead, he said, like, I can get out and I can also chase you, which makes sense as well. I think that black didn't see this Atari coming. This Atari is, like, not the typical direction to sort of abandon that, but I think white is just crushing now. I don't think that the game is going to be close. And obviously, when it goes like this, it's extra not close. I think black should have ignored at this moment and found a timing to go and harass the right side right away, but it's still not going to be good. And yeah, at this point, I think the game is super over, but I can just show my killing skill to end the game. This is a really fun one. So in my opinion, the thing that I did well here, I ignored this upper right. That wasn't like directly, it wasn't directly obvious to me that this is going to be good, but it made the game so easy. It was so good. And also the thing that I did well is I made this triple hane and left the fight still foreshadowed, unsettled on the left side, and then he could make a mistake in accepting a bad fight like right away, and that made me so comfortable for the rest of the game. Yeah, I think also this Atari, this was really critical. If I couldn't find this Atari, then I would have been in much more trouble this game. He could save the group much bigger and better. But that Atari was really critical, and once that Atari happens and I choose to just eat the smaller fish, then I think the game is just over. So let's take a look. So the game went like this, and he started with that, and apparently I can Atari down, but I liked what I did here. I liked the way it turned out. Apparently he should extend. I thought that this was not going to be comfortable because of this way. Apparently he can just accept the empty triangle. So if he has to accept the empty triangle in order to beat my triple hane, then I think the triple hane is a great move. Apparently I can Atari from that side too. That's crazy. This reverts to the other variation that I was showing before where I was going to cut here. But I didn't even think about reverting because I thought that this is going to be clearly way better. But I guess it's I guess it is a little small. It's still obviously white is good. This move is no good after all. So this move was too small after all. So if I played some other move, where is it, the move? It's over here. Interesting. It wants this trading. If I played some other move, I was thinking that this black block and hane was actually really nice. I knew that this cut existed, but I just didn't respect it. I didn't think that it would really do anything. Because I thought, yeah, black can just fix it in sente. But the AI is still quite satisfied with this white position. It's thinking that, although black pushes down to block, that area is really small. And this cut, although it doesn't although it does not work, it does not break anything, it just cuts off this one stone and lets white be a little expansive and be ahead in the pushing battle. Because black does have to answer. The only way we're using that short liberty is just to get ahead in the pushing battle in the center. It's just about the center control. That's what white is gaining in this variation. I didn't respect that at all when I was thinking about this. I was only respecting the territory control for some reason. That's why I ended up playing this kind of bad move. Okay, understandable. Alright, the game goes on. I'm very happy to play this move and to have it be blue, but I'm mostly happy that I play it and make my game so easy. Even though it's like blue or not, then it still makes the game way, way more comfortable. Alright, he could have played that diagonal move that I was mentioning, but he chose this one instead. I was thinking about switching. I was thinking about doing this kind of attach, but I'd just seen a student's game last night where they did this kind of attach and it worked horribly, so I didn't want to do it, to be honest. And this trade, the AI says it's bad. It's 3 points bad. But I thought it made the game so easy. But the AI is saying like, no, 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 stop doing that. It's terrible. It's very interesting, actually. Obviously, he should do this. But wow, I'm actually shocked that it is so much that it really, really cares about that corner there because of the attack on these stones, I guess. That does make some sense. The power of these stones on the top side was really, really relevant if you would just invade. I would have a permanent weak group. But luckily I managed to cover that, so I had the good position again. Man, so many mistakes here, all about the judgment of how attacked my 3 stones can get there, and how important it is to protect it, to prevent that attack. So I could just accept this, accept that, and let them be cut. Yeah, I was showing a variation like this before, and this was the right way to play it. This would not have given him an opportunity to capture me in a very nice way. But fortunately, there was no attack. He played here rather than a bigger territory move, so that was lucky for me. And I did this one. I could have gone to the bottom side directly, but this one is also fine. Obviously, when he goes here, it doesn't mean anything for attack on either side, so I gained my territory off this exchange. That's just clear. I was thinking about playing a more passive move here to just secure some points, but I can't help but try to be a bit ambitious and ask about this, and obviously I got paid off big, big, big time when he plays this move, horrible move, as I discussed in the game. And here I was saying the knight's move should probably be better, but actually it's saying just cover it, and cover it like solidly. The knight's move is not bad, but if you cover it solidly, then black has nothing to do. Here, obviously, black was going to try to do something. I was a little naive here. And in fact, I should just hane and look to go underneath, or to... But wow, to seriously look to go underneath is crazy to me. I wouldn't think that that would be so powerful, but... the AI loves it. Wow, to go underneath this way. It's so obvious when I see it. It's like, why wouldn't you just steal away the base and look at the cutting point and then kill him? But I didn't consider it at all. So I was very lucky that he was not thinking in the right direction at all either. And he could have just saved himself pretty easily. But luckily I got that direction instead. So this game is now free. How's my direction here? This was okay, even though I have to answer and it's so painful. At least when I answer and it's so painful, I get this forcing move. That's what it's talking about. I get this forcing move, and therefore his... well, he has still only half an eye there. And the co. But anyway, I mean... yeah, he fixed his own co-resource, so it was all super over. Just murder. Fun game. Yeah, of course I'm still making mistakes. I'm still human. Main mistake is over here, but I feel like I'm in a really good flow these days. Almost completely clean game. I understand what's happening in my game. I understand like the mix between practical and theoretical is like melding together in my brain somehow when I play, and it's making all my fights like actually make some sense. And I'm making all the very powerful decisions that intend on making my opponent have a very hard time. just slowly but surely with each area of the board. So feeling good. Hopefully this mindset helps you a little bit. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me in the comments if you enjoyed this type of thing, by the way. I'll record some more games when I get to 9 Dan if the response is good. Sometimes I still get comments on the last video that I did like this that I should do it again. So here I am doing it again. Hope you enjoy.